All right, welcome everybody. My name is Laura Richard. I work with Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada's National Agri-Climate Information Service, and we are responsible for monitoring drought in Canada. So I'm going to give you guys a quick presentation on the Canadian Drought Monitor. So Canada has been providing drought assessments for the North American Drought Monitor, utilizing shared drought monitor methodology since 2003. In 2016, Canada started publishing the Canadian Drought Monitor maps on the Drought Watch website. A variety of data and the experience of multiple experts are applied to creating these monthly assessments. Currently, monthly drought assessments cover all of Canada with the exception of the territory of Nunavut. All right. So some of the challenges around monitoring drought in Canada is, number one, Canada is a very big country. There's lots of agricultural land that covers a relatively small percentage of the total land area. Much of Canada is sparsely inhabited and lacks environmental monitoring and infrastructure. Drought is difficult to monitor, especially during the winter, and is not well understood in northern and Arctic regions. And also, people actively participating in drought monitoring is quite limited across the country. So AFC needs to rely on input from other agencies and build expertise in drought outside of the agricultural zone in order to better assess drought in areas outside of the agricultural regions of Canada. Limited data and information, limited resources mean that we are heavily reliant on modeled data for drought indicators in many regions. Much of the annual precipitation received across Canada is in the form of snow, and snow is inherently difficult to measure, and gauge reliability is quite poor. Hydrologic gauges are of limited use as water is frozen across much of the country during the winter months. So at AFC, we are addressing these multitude of challenges by building better collaborations. We're building collaborations with Natural Resources Canada, Environment and Climate Change Canada, as well as a number of provincial ministries. We're also trying to expand the number and nature of the data sets that we're using for our drought assessment, and we're trying to maximize efficiencies in the assessment process using various geomatics tools. So currently on the Drought Watch website, we have got a number of Canadian Drought Monitor products, including a map journal, a downloadable PDF map and narrative. We've got an interactive mapping application that lets you scroll through all of our drought data starting in 2003. We also have a historical archive, a compare map tool that lets you compare 1 month's drought assessment to the other. And we also have a series of change maps that let you see the class change in drought between dates. So our current monthly assessment that you will find on the Drought Watch website is hosted through what's called an ESRI Map journal. And this allows us to put in interactive text so that folks can go in and click on any of the underlined text areas and open up either additional products that NACE puts out or other external products that have to do with current drought conditions in that area. And as you scroll through the text, you can actually interact with the map itself. I'm going to take a quick moment here and open up the Canadian Drought Monitor website, and we'll give you a quick preview of the kinds of things that you can find on that site. Alrighty, so here we are. This is the Drought Watch website. This is where we make all of the data that we put together and assess through the National Agri-Climate Information Service. We put it all here for the public to ingest. So looking at the Canadian Drought Monitor section, when you land on this page, you are going to see an embedded map of the current Drought Monitor assessment, a map that you can scroll in, you can find your area, and you can easily see what drought classification is impacting your particular zone. Once you're on this page, you have access to the PDF narrative if you'd like to take that away with you, if you would like to use it for any reports or just for your own information. You can get access that very easily. Also, We have got the current conditions. That is the map journal that I just told you guys a little bit about. So this is what it looks like. And so right now we currently have the June assessment. We will have a July assessment posted. Usually our monthly assessments are posted the first week of the following month. So always look for updated drought assessments on the site. All right, so here is our wonderful map journal. Using the text pages, you can download additional PDF maps, or you can find the map narrative as well. Going through the text, anything that's underlined, you can click on and it will actually bring you to that focus area. And in this case, we're talking about the abnormally dry conditions in the Pacific region here. Also, where we make reference to individual indicators that we've used for the drought assessment, we also have links to those maps. And these maps are all part of our near real-time weather information system that we use at Agriculture Canada. So you've got access to all of that as well. Now on Drought Watch, we also have a suite of drought analysis tools for folks to use, and these are really exciting. So we've got, right off the bat, the monthly comparison tool. Like I said earlier, this allows you to select a particular year and a particular month and then compare it to another year. So you can see the change in drought conditions over a longer period of time. And the nice thing about these maps is that they're connected. So as you zoom in to your particular area of concern, both maps will zoom to that same location. Moving on, our change maps allow you to select a year going back to 2013 in this case. You select a month, and then you want to see what the drought change was 1 month prior, 2 months prior, 3, 6, 12 months. Once you select your inputs, you can actually view a map that tells you exactly where drought classifications improved, such as in northern Alberta, and where they have degraded, such as the Atlantic region. And finally, we have our historic drought animation tool. And now this one's really neat. It has a time slider. We also have a Canadian Drought Monitor application, and this allows you to scroll through the multitude of years of data that we have available through the Canadian Drought Monitor. And if you wanted to, you could actually scroll through drought conditions across the country since the the end of 2002. And it'll just scroll right through like as an animation would, and you can see the changes in drought over that period of time. All right. Alrighty. So now that we've gone through some of the drought tools, I would like to make a pitch to you folks. If anybody watching this video has any experience in drought mitigation or drought analysis, if you work for a provincial government or for a municipality, Drought Watch is always looking for folks to help us in the CDM review process. Now what we've done is we have built an interactive mapping application that allows us to have external folks go in and kind of mark up our drought map every month. We rely very heavily on folks to do this, to help let us know what conditions are like on the ground. So if you or anybody that you know might be interested in helping us out with our drought assessments, please contact us at afc.droughtvatch/guthrie@droughtvatch.ca, or visit our website and you can contact us there as well.